Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome to part 60 of my Rags to Riches Snowy Escape Edition. And if you are returning, welcome back. And we're playing a waiting game for Celeste. We're waiting for her nooboo to come. It could be any time now, but while we're waiting, she unlocked the ability to do a space energy drink at the end of the last part, or when she got her promotion in the last part. So I thought we would try it. She is a little bit tired. I did rally the troops a little bit, but I was curious if we drink it, if it would help, whether she'll get through drinking. And I have Eric over there buying some simmy capsules. Looks like he was successful maybe with the last ones. And I've been thinking about buying a simmy capsule, like a vending machine to just put in our house. No, she doesn't even have any mixology skill. Oops. Well, she's the only one who can do it. I've had Celeste eat strawberries, so hopefully we'll get a girl. And yeah, we shall see. So I did sort of just want to touch on, obviously they're really quite wealthy already. So what we're going to try and get done in the rest of this Let's Play, which I would like to, let's see, it's a normal. Well, you can drink it. I don't know if you have, well, you can drink it anyways, because I want to see what happens. Do you get energy from a space energy drink? I can't say this is a career I do very well. Anyways, back to sort of my goals with what's left is we're going to try and get at least our Celeste, preferably, or Finnegan to complete. I didn't bother following her because her drink was over here. Why she left to go get her drink, I don't know. To complete the adventure aspiration. Obviously, we already have it completed with Alice. I would like to see whether or not both Finnegan and... Are you going to clean the litter box? It looks like it needs to be cleaned. Oh, yeah, it definitely helps their energy. Yay for that. So I can just pause so I don't get distracted with everything. So we're going to hopefully get Celeste to complete the adventure aspiration. Alice has already done it. If Finnegan completes it, yay. And even same with Kiyoshi, he's on the last tier of it too. And I would like the two guys, Finnegan and Kiyoshi, preferably to max the career that came with the Snowy Escape Pack. And we're also just going to see what we can of the nooboos being raised, because I'm hoping to use them in my cottage living Let's Play. But of course, they'll be starting with nothing, as usual. They're going to strike out and try and do their best, just like their moms did. So that's kind of the goals for the rest of this Let's Play. And I'm, targeting at the latest for it to end around the time that cottage living comes out. Maybe just after, because usually I like to try and play a little bit to try and figure it out before I do my Let's Plays. So, yeah, so let's see. You should just clean this up. It looks like it's dirty, and maybe we should be temporarily getting a self-cleaning litter box. They're really handy for when you're trying to work on, responsibility and stuff, or your scout badges. But when we have all of those, we don't really need it. So did he finish his homework? He did. So he needs to put that in his inventory. And then I'm gonna wait for that. And oh, is she a young adult or elder? He needs to make a friend with one more adult and one more child. And since there was a child walking by, and he befriended the child, so we got geek, glutton, and snob. So yay, we got that. Maybe there'll be a child walking by another time during the day, so he's got a pristine reputation. And right, he's a relative of one of my original foster parents. Speaking of which, my foster parents, I noticed when I did the wedding that we didn't know our foster parents, and because they are celebrities, we couldn't introduce ourselves to them, not very easily. So what I was thinking of doing is, after our nooboo comes for Celeste, our second nooboo, temporarily moving Gracie out to have Alice's mom move in to help with the nooboos, and also we can have her invite over our original foster parents so that she can introduce them and talk them up and stuff, and so that we can know them and also that the kids can know them. I kind of like that. It would be like what I'd like, because I just was like, when I couldn't invite them, I don't really care about all the other foster kids, but it would have been nice to at least have invited them. But he so far, knock on wood, has been having luck with this machine and in buying it. So we're just like buying a lot of capsules, which we will open later. And I'm just counting myself lucky as long as he gets them. Surprised for sure. So I think he got the purple one. I had him ask one from Yamakin. Okay, so we got 8. That's pretty good. Now he's stressed because it ate his money. Of course, buying one doesn't mean it's a guarantee that it's not going to eat his money, or anybody's money. It's still going to happen. And yeah, and we'll have to get someone to try and unstick it and leave it at that. And this was full of bugs, so Alice looked like she was getting attacked by it. And she's playing the violin, and I find they often just do that. So we're just kind of playing a waiting game. But while we're playing this waiting game, does she have any capsules? She does not. Let's check with Eric. Now that he's home, we will open up these capsules and see if we got anything new. Definitely not there, because it didn't, again, we only need 2, and so far, no luck. We know if it's new, it comes up and does a little thing, but even then it could be, it's a gold one, though. We got Princess Cordelia, and not new. Not new. We're going to eat through their whole fortune trying to get these simi capsules, and I wouldn't mind as much. It's just that, you always have the times where it collapses, essentially. I think that's Princess Cordelia. Does he have Princess Cordelia? You can't, I wish you could tell what they were when they were out. You can't tell what they are. You have to look at them in your inventory, but I can see that is Princess Cordelia. That's Golden Yamakun, which we already have. We must have got 2 of her. So it was new, but we got 2. So there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sets of pairs, but we are missing the 2. So I'm just going to play through until we get the pop-up for Celeste going into, when she's ready to go to the hospital, more so, because I usually wait a couple of hours, and we had a successful rebate day. Yay. I wasn't even thinking about that, but I think I did some renovations of the the baby room, which is getting ready for when they're toddlers, because as babies, they're going to be in their parents' room. So I will be back if something happens, but hopefully that we're at the hospital to have the nooboo. Well, we're here at the hospital. He seems to want to give her a kiss, which is sweet, but let's just go here. And we'll hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be the girl that I was hoping it will be. What does he want to do? He wants to be friendly with Kyoshi. We can pin that for now. And we're just waiting. It was after 5, so maybe our garden would have reset. And yay, we had a girl. I'm not sure why that last name is. Oh, that's her last name. Right. I think I gave her a combination of her parents' name, but it was too long. It didn't fit. So I don't know that Finnegan's last name would even fit on here. But for now, we'll just leave it like that, and we can change it when she ages up to a toddler. Try and figure out what name we'll give as the last name. Maybe we'll drop the Fitz part and just give something from Finnegan's last name. We'll see. So Willow is a suggestion I had. So we're going to name her Willow. And right now, Fitz Roberts. And of course, we only had 1, which is all I was expecting. And so here he is. I saw someone comment that, now she looks like she's happy, but when the doctor came in and everybody stars in my saves, I'm not sure why she's not coming out and the baby's not there, but occasionally I have these glitches. I'm sure the baby will be at home. So I guess we're not getting a picture of her holding her baby at the hospital. I did have Alice just start working on a baby onesie. She finished the one. Oh, there she's coming out. But I don't see any nooboo here. And she's going to go get herself a drink of water or wash her hands, whatever. So I guess I'll be back when we get back home, which hopefully will be soon for me. So we're home, and I thought while I was in build mode, because I was moving the nooboo from the toddler room, which is where she was put, into Finnegan and Celeste's room, I thought I would get ourselves a Simmy vending machine. I was going to put it down here, but maybe we should see if there's room on the back porch. It fits even closer in. So there we go. So we have a Simmy, and it's only 1,000 simoleons. I mean, given it's 50 for each one, we'll have him purchase some Simmy capsules, and I have Celeste looking after the crying nooboo. And I don't know whether Alice is, she is working on, she is going to do that knitting. She wants to produce a new track. Well, she doesn't need to right now, but we'll pin it anyways. And she still needs to sell a knitted object on Plopsy, which I haven't done yet. And Kiyoshi, you kind of need to rally the troops. You work in 2 hours. Well, I think you can probably go to work. And, we have maybe before you go to work, because we're working on your skills still, why don't you go change that dirty diaper? And Finnegan, you work in 2 hours too. And you host, maybe not. Maybe are you going to look after this nooboo? Maybe you should give your own nooboo a cuddle. She doesn't look like we're having the issue with, she must have just leveled up and I didn't even know it. We are going to do this master caster. Casting spells no longer falls when the sim is in a normal spellcaster range. Charge control. Sure. And she's protected from curses. Let's do that. There we go. She's got everything done. You should look after her. Now I might have to tell him to do this again because it might have been that change there. So he has a onesie on, and don't you go near the nooboo because you can help the nooboo. Actually, maybe you can. I can't remember if I've enabled. Oh, maybe he can because I did enable child care. I think I might have enabled it, but we're not going to let him do it anyways. Follow the household rules, and why don't you rally the troops? I had it enabled, and then my child sim in Drifter, my heir, started looking after her younger sibling autonomously because I couldn't control her. And so I'm like, why is that? And then I realized, right, I have that enabled. So I temporarily disabled it. But then she was so desperate to look after when she had twins, she wouldn't leave the nooboo alone and got in my way, whichever one it was of the twin brothers that she was looking after trying to look after as a baby. So I decided I was just going to put it back in because I couldn't control her. So if she was going to autonomously do it, she seemed desperate to look after. But so I put it back in, and I was thinking of not having it out for that particular one, and right now there's no nooboos anyways. So for the odd time that I might have a sim do it in Drifter, I didn't really care. So he should go. Oh, he's going to the grade school. We'll just go to grade school. We'll worry about your cleanliness when you come home. And I see, okay, why don't you, what were you going to do? Talk. I don't think that's what he needs. I think he probably needs you to feed him. Since we know you just, and he's family oriented, he probably should be taking the day off, but whatever. If anything, they need more help when they're toddlers. That's when they're more work than when they're babies or noobs. So, and he needs to scrubberoo himself. Let's check with Finnegan. He needs some social. Maybe you should come and, he's sleeping. Maybe talk to your wife who's doing a painting that's of no use when it comes to, I don't know if she finished that aspiration. I'm thinking maybe she did, and that's why she's on the knitting aspiration. She did not finish that. Maybe I put her on the knitting because I was thinking I was going to have her knit. But this is not going to count as a masterpiece, even if it was a masterpiece, because the figure paintings do not count. So we have our 2 nooboos now, and kind of need to get them aged up. And I think once they're aged up, that's when I'm going to do that swap that I was talking about, where I'm going to temporarily move Gracie to, essentially, we're going to swap their places. I'm going to move Alice's mom in, and I'm going to move Gracie in with us, what will be Celeste's parents at that point in time. And they have a cat too, but they'll be able to look after the kitty cat, no problem. So we have him coming here and chat about favorite holds. And do you actually have a track you can release? You may as well release it, even though that's not going to help you with your social. And I'm thinking you're going to work imminently. Yep. Why don't you release that track first? And you got a influencer opportunity. Any video will help for that. Well, that's an easy one. Why don't you come here and record a neighborhood footage, and that will help. So he's gone. Okay, stop chatting. I know I did tell you to talk, but you're kind of talking a long time. We want you to get to work pretty soon. We don't want you to stay too long.
What's up?
And then we will produce that new track, and we will burn the track, and then we will have you go to work. It should still have the burning the track work. Yeah, there we go. And off to work he goes. Off to work he goes. And, oh, we have a nooboo crying. All right, well, it's time for you to, look after her. Change that dirty diaper, because that's obviously what's her problem. And give a little cuddle and a little bounce. And we're kind of just going to look after the nooboos. And she can now do her space mission, actually. After she looks after, gives some social. So what I was saying is, it looks like she knows they all seem to know their babies, which there is, and I've had this problem in other saves where my Sims don't know the babies, and when they age up to toddlers, I have to introduce them. So, but that doesn't seem to, and that actually happened with Eric and his parents and his, we'll call her pseudo-aunt, Alice's mom, Jasmine. So I'm going to put her onto, I think she's in the spot where she needs to do space missions anyways. Launch her upgrade. Let's see if she has any rocket science skill. She's maxed it. I think I forgot to put it over there when we did some, so that's probably what happened. And there we got some royalties. Yay for that. So I think we'll just do the one and let her go do her work. So I'm going to take her down to do this, and if something happens, I will be back, but otherwise I will probably be back when they get home from school/work. Well, Finnegan got promoted, even though he was a bit later for work, and I don't think Kiyoshi did, but then Kiyoshi didn't really go to work fully yesterday, so that might have been why. So he is now a prime planner, and he's going to make $281 an hour. He got $1,200 plus a most loyal employee award, and he works tomorrow at 10 a.m. Let's take a look at this. Right now I am on our Celeste. Let's switch over to Finnegan. Oh, and that was actually his resolution, so he completed that. So he has to host his phone conference, which, as I said, I still haven't figured out whether that's by design, in which case it's not a design I like, or a bug. And he still works Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. He works in 17 hours. So actually, I think that's changed again, because he was at 9, because I remember when I was trying to figure out, so he's 10 a.m. till 5, and he was working, I'm pretty sure, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And he's level 8 of the career. And of course, as usual, he needs some fun, and his needs in general need some care. And Kyoshi doesn't need quite as much fun. And yeah, he works 9 to 5, and they were both working 9 to 5, and now it's changed but he works Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He has Fridays off, which he currently has Fridays off, but he will be, I would expect, getting a promotion tomorrow after he gets home, and in which case, who knows what his schedule is, because even though I looked at it, I do not recall what it was. And so, yay for Finnegan. So let's see if that's something in his inventory, or not seeing, oh, here. It is Most Loyal Employee Award. So let's put that up on the wall in here. Maybe over here. And so what happened today? Well, we had the power go off because I hadn't remembered about the bills with all the nooboos. We painted a masterpiece by Alice and the portrait, the large size one of little baby Crinrict. Of course he doesn't know him because he's not his child, so that's not so surprising. But both Kiyoshi and Alice have a relationship, and we can do that, later once they age up. And then she did a small one, which wasn't a masterpiece, and I stuck in the room here of him as a, same way. And right now I have Celeste painting, which she had one successful space mission and one crash, which she's rebuilt the rocket ship. I haven't done a lot of upgrading of the rocket ship, so that may be contributing to it. And we'll just let them, do their own thing. And I expect my plan is once Kiyoshi gets home from work tomorrow, that we will age up little baby Crinrict. Well, they're not going to age up exactly at the same time because, of course, Willow is younger, so we would probably age her up the next day kind of thing. So, but we're going to leave this part here. Leave a like if you liked the video. It really helps with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!